Okay, welcome back for episode 11 of Space Engineers, my Let's Play series. First of all, just get into a couple of things which have changed. So I've just switched over you can see the middle left and the middle right screen. I've put the new subs on the right screen because I've actually had quite a few in the last couple of days, so I'll go over that quickly in a second. We hit the 50 subscriber goal, which is perfect. Thank you very much. Just going to aim for 100 now. Keep on climbing. Keep on producing some content, which obviously you enjoy watching. So thank you, and I appreciate that. If you want to click like, subscribe, and all of those things, really appreciate it. So I'll just jump in and get straight on with what we're going to do. So as you can see, I have actually had, what's this, 9 or 10 subscribers in the past couple of days, so just wanted to say thank you especially to everybody who's joining the channel, making this what it is. And yeah, we've got 67 at the minute, hopefully aiming for 100 soon. With the to-do list, I am getting on with the modules. I've built a huge platform outside, which I'll show you in a little bit, and yeah, we're just going to take the Guntruck out and do a little bit of exploring, because why not? So straight into it, just unlock ourselves, take it off recharge, and put all of our lights on, and just nudge our way out of there. Should be a straight shot straight out. You can see I doubled the hangar doors, obviously for this reason, because it was pointless taking it apart every time I wanted to come out. I think I want to be a little bit closer. And so I've got two options here, really. So from where I am, as you can see, just extended the platform. That should be big enough. Missed the square. I'll have to come back and do that later. Should be big enough for all of the large ships that I want to try and build outside, just as a platform to build them off. Maybe try and get the ship printer built into that somehow. I don't know, we'll figure it out. So like I say, the plan here is either I can go south, and if I just remove that block, if I go south, there's two options. I can go through the mountains this way, through the pass, and that takes me across to a desert area. This direction actually closes up, goes into mountains, very mountainous region that way. If I go this way, which is probably east because the sun is rising in this direction, we'll meet the rising sun and hopefully be able to find a nice easy passage through the mountains in this direction. I could probably climb over, but I have noticed already that there is this little passageway climbing up through, so why not take advantage of that? So we're just going to cruise along here, about 40. Any higher than that becomes a little bit dangerous, and we'll just follow the lake as it cuts in around here. Just slow down as we're coming in. There we go, off the lake, and now we can begin climbing up through this passageway. So try and keep the speed down a little bit because I don't want to take off at any point. We are just going for an explore, you know, I don't really know where I'm heading, what I'm getting myself into. Just going to see what's out here. And hopefully in the process of driving out in this direction we might encounter a couple of these NPC spawns. That was very nearly dangerous. What's an episode without a little bit of drama? So I'm just going to keep going this way. As you can see, the light is starting to change. We're starting to get into this early morning twilight. Same problem, and it's a good thing we're pretty heavy because it does like to just put itself down, so just be a bit more careful. I've got a couple of components on me to repair things, but not everything. That might not be the best way. It does get quite difficult to see at this particular time of day in game, so just down to a bit of a creep, 20 meters a second, which is still pretty fast. Don't want to end up heading directly back to my respawn pod immediately. Just gonna climb something like that. No. So it won't be a very enjoyable episode if all I do is go back to the ship. Where are we going here? Downhill. Long way downhill there. And again another hill here, so let's just park. Get out a second. There's a supply transport coming through. We're off from that direction, so we could head out this way. My lights aren't very good either here, so yeah, I think we'll head that way. I've got to be careful here because I'm going to lose the vehicle. slow if we can here. Too slow, but at the same time I don't want to do anything stupid. Try. I was going to say try and climb this, but background looks a little bit uneven for me to climb. We are starting to see the sun come out now, so it's a good thing. That will help us. Oh, cobalt here, nice. Yeah, I don't think that's a clever idea. Maybe with the sun being up now, we can slowly sort of actually head in a direction. Chart some progress. So you can see this is coming down into this. So what is this? I don't see a way through all of that, so it's probably not a viable option. Then the only other option is to try and go this way. Back the way we've just come from, but still. Iron deposit there. So let's just head up here. This looks like a pretty clean shot to the top of this, yeah, and some nice scenery. Yeah, right, whoa. Let's just hop out. So we're sort of in this valley down here. This mountain looks pretty humongous and there was no passage down there. So heading up the hill, let's just head to the top, shall we, and figure out what the view is from up there. See what we can see. We'll have done a little bit of our surroundings and going to get too much air when we're going over these bumps. A little bit's cool. set up here. And I figure at some point we'll get to a position where, hopefully, anyway, we can see in a couple of directions. So somewhere like here, for instance, we're starting to get to the top of the hill, but we're not quite at the crest. So it's difficult to tell really when you're in the scenery, unless you've got a, when you've got your what's it called? Not altimeter, horizon reading, so you can sort of tell. Still climbing there. And I think this is probably going to be the peak up here, so let's see what's up. Oh, cobalt fiber, nice. Okay. And there we go, now we can see some other things in the distance. Fortunately, the plating took the damage, so we got cobalt, silver. It's very interesting. Normally silver and gold spawn close to each other, but I'm not seeing the gold popping up. Still, I will mark this. I'll leave that for another day. Okay, so yeah, you get a pretty good view from up here. Okay, so I mean, it doesn't look it, but it's pretty hilly. Some flatlands out there, probably another lake, what it looks like. We've got this station off in this direction. I think it said there was something over there, but again, that's a long way away. So I think whether we decide to continue to live in this valley, whether we press out and move out in the open over here somewhere, on this interesting mountain, or the crater, whatever this is here, very interesting. Be a volcano, who knows? Or smack bang up here on the top of this rise, which obviously gets a really good view all the way around, which I'm assuming this probably will as well. So I know over that direction, if I go up a little bit more, I haven't got the hydrogen to do it really, but let's try. You can just start to see the desert coming into view. You see that particular piece there looks quite interesting, surrounded by this. Very interesting. I have no particular qualms about living about living exactly where we are living, down by the lake. It's got plenty of hydrogen. View is pretty nice out across the lake. We can build some outposts and things in other places, but personally I think the rush now should be for basically to get into space. So it's a shame that driving around, I do think there is an issue with my installing the mod for this NPC thing. I might have to uninstall and reinstall them just to figure out whether it's actually working properly or not. Might not be a good idea to travel directly back, so we'll head down towards this ridge line and back towards the lake, and then from there back to base, because I don't want to drive off the top of the cliff which I have built into. Ooh, I didn't really want to do that either, but it's been done. More magnesium up here. I think I'm alright for magnesium in a minute. There's quite a lot of it there though. I'll remember that. Coming down can be a lot more dangerous because I'm doing 30 easily without even touching the accelerator here, so be hot on those brakes, and hopefully we can find a way down, because it does look like there's a huge cliff. Which I have no desire to drive off. I think this does look promising, so ooh, with a huge jump there, nice. Silicon magnesium again, nice. Always good. And I see it's not the mountain that I built into that I've driven over, so we should be pretty safe to head back down in this direction. Just try to keep an eye on that speed. This is probably a good idea to come straight down here, but be very careful about the angle and the speed. It's not the nicest terrain. This. Just trying to get out of that. I need to get back in before I'm too late. Not like that, look. That's not good. But she survived. Fortunately, I'm going to have to do some serious repairs when we get back, but it has made it back with my not so what do you call it, perfect choice of route down the mountain. And there we go. Skidding back out. We'll cross the bridge that we made. I made a couple of episodes ago. Oh, and destroy it. Nice. Good effort. And there we go. Now I'm not going to leave it there. I actually was going to show you the fighters that I've built in working order. So let's have a look at one of those. That's a bit far off there. Put it back on recharge, turn the lights off, turn the abilities off. Okay, so she parked back up again, and close the lower hangar doors. And then, yeah, just double check I left these open because I don't want to bash my head. Come out up here, so as you can see I did extend this platform. I think this is where I'm going to do the Star Wars themed stuff, just because it's got a special area for itself, and I kind of want to do the Millennium Falcon as well, because why not, that would be pretty cool. Inside I have just updated the lights. So you can see the main hangar lights on and off. That's the main lights for the whole base. And then I've just got the hangars bathed in a blue light, just because it kind of, I don't know, it works nicely with the purple. So the little welding grinding ship's just hooked in just there. Swap that one down. And welded this one up and put this one up, which, as you can see, is all coloured in the same as the others. And so I'm just going to grab a quick bit of hydrogen. Seconds for it to actually refill me, and there we go. Okay, so these doors have still got to fill in. This door, that one. We'll get round to doing that section again because I've moved these over. I don't really know what I'm going to do with these. Maybe more. Who knows? This was a huge hangar. Didn't really need the space, but never mind. What I'm going to show you now is the mini manta. So let's take it off recharge, turn that on, unconnect, and let's go. So with its current setup, as you can see, it's fully charged and it's got about 50 minutes, about half an hour when we're at full thrust. I feel like there is you'll see it when I show you the next ship, there's a big difference when it comes to the small thrusters and the large thrusters. You can see with 3 side-to-side thrust, it does struggle to get rid of that side-to-side momentum. It's just about kick that off. So now I'll turn around. Hopefully we can come to stop. There we go. And again, still says about 50 minutes. Power down again. And it takes a little while to get to 100 meters per second, and it takes a lot longer to slow. Let's see if I dip that in. Doesn't have quite so much of a problem. It does want to fall out of the sky if I take the bottom thrusters off. But it does seem to respond pretty nicely. So descending thrust is pretty nice. Unfortunately, I haven't got anything set up that I can shoot at. So, and that issue with the dropping and not being able to stop myself very quickly could quite quickly become an issue in, you know, a small area. So drop out of the sky for a little bit, get up to 20 look, and yeah, I kind of, if I was going any faster, I would really worry about it stopping speed, because, like I say, I don't want to crash into my own base. So let's come back in. I believe it's lined up with that, but I had to double check. Somewhere near here, it will tell me. Yeah, there we go. If I switch into here, I can just try to pitch myself a bit better and connect back up, turn the engines off, put the batteries back on recharge, and yeah, so you've seen the outside of it. Potential to deliver a lot of firepower. I might have to do something about the forward thrust there, because 4 is definitely not cutting it for me in terms of slowing me down in the right pace. Maybe I could fit some in the middle here and underneath. Who knows? I'll have a look at that. In the meantime, this is the hydrogen version, which I may or may not have shown you. Now I'll just flick it off, recharge, put the engines on, and just disconnect. Sometimes, I don't know, they can be a bit weird, so I'm just going to double check I've got plenty of ice, because I have left thingy running. No, I have not. So if I go into here and check my hydrogen tanks, they are all draining very, very quickly. So I just back up. Which doesn't roll very quickly, which is something I need to look at for sure. But hydrogen is much more responsive. Where's that probably? Burning thing. Okay, so quickly. Figure out what's happening. 2 engines. Yes, remove 2. Where is it? Still not there. And that's what I was hoping to avoid. Clever. Okay, fortunately, when this does fall out of the sky, it actually lands on the guns, which apparently are pretty tough. So just grab a bit more ice. I should have just really done this, just brought it down to floor level and yeah, put the ice in. On the H2. There we go, so it's immediately got hydrogen again. I'm just going to check this other gun. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that would have taken some damage. And fine. Cool, okay. It's a bit of a shame because I was hoping to show you this one as well. But I might have to jump in quickly, turn that off. The hydrogen engine is off, so I think that was the stockpile button, so let me just double check whether they are doing that. Stockpile on, yes, cool. And yeah, they're going to take a while, look, so unfortunately I'm an idiot, and I think it's going to take more than a couple of percentage to get me up here and lined up in order to fill it with hydrogen, because I am such a good pilot. It might be a good idea to place a rear view camera on it here. Pardon me. Let's just use this sneaky little thing, because to be fair, somebody mentioned it and it is definitely quicker to pull components out like that. except when it doesn't work, look. So, I don't know, I'm pretty sure you hold it and you middle mouse. Components are added to it, all components were successfully withdrawn. So, it's done it that time, but didn't do it the time before. I don't know. That's why I get frustrated with it sometimes. It doesn't work, that's why I don't normally use it, but in some instances it is definitely quicker. So let's pop back in here, go to the G menu and just toggle the view for number 9. Yeah. It might be a bit difficult to... Oh, that's because that's on stop. Oh. Forwards. Right. Yeah, it is quite difficult to... Oh, and like I said, run out of hydrogen in the middle of doing what I'm trying to do. So, nearly there again. This time it did damage it, but not an awful lot. So yeah, I'll leave that for later to show you, because obviously the small fuel tanks, it's my fault. I took it off without checking there was ice in it to continue producing hydrogen, because one of those H2O2 productions does seem to produce more than what I was using, especially when hovering. So it wouldn't have been an issue. I'm an idiot. Forgive me. Next episode, hopefully that will be active and producing. So what is next episode? Like I say, I'm in two minds really about what to do next, because realistically I can't build any of the big components without platinum, or I can't build reactors without having uranium. So there is a big pressing need to get into space now. So what I think I'm going to do is try and build, I'm not sure, a launch vessel, then maybe the space station, and then what I'll do is I will do the drop pods start onto each individual planet and begin from there, because it should save me in this same universe. So it's effectively like my launch vehicles put me into space, I built my space station, and then from the space station I fired myself to the moon or to Mars, the alien planet, blah blah blah, and my spawn pod will drop me there and I have to rebuild and get back into space and back here. So that would be the objective. Also tying in with the whole plant the flag objective, which I will just quickly double check on that one. So I'm just going to close them, and if I'm really quick I can close them and just jump down into here, and the whole base is closed up. And oh, I don't want to do that. Turn those lights off, because last time that killed the battery. They are plugged in. Normally that one's exactly the same. I'm going to have to put a thing on there to get rid of the lights. But like I said, the plant the flag, we need to get to the moon, Mars and its moon, alien planet and its moon. I'm not sure if Pertam is part of the normal thing or whether it's part of a DLC, but if it's normal then I will go there. And maybe this ship printer is going to be useful, so I'll figure that out between the next episode. But the welding grinding ship's done, the fighters are done, might need some revision. They might work better in space, especially the hydrogen one, because it won't be using so much to keep itself up on gravity. I might turn the space station into a mothership. That's probably a better idea. Space station, space base, mothership, why not? Gives me less to do. And like I say, so the next episodes will probably be involving a lot of building. And then in between doing sort of the series part 2, which would be the moon, or part 3, which would be Mars, part 4, which would be the alien planet. In between that, I'll do some building videos where I'm just doing that Star Wars stuff and, you know, things like that. So short videos of just building, showing off building videos, blah blah blah. If you're enjoying the playthrough, I appreciate if you want to comment, like and subscribe. Any of the comments, I do read a lot of them. I've been trying to get, you know, through and reply, like your comments and all of that stuff. Check out your channels, especially because it's interesting to see who you are, what you're producing. And that doesn't leave me a lot of time to produce content, especially when I'm a writer as well, trying to get my next book finished, hopefully by the end of the year. So there's a lot going on. I do enjoy this game, I do enjoy playing it and recording, so I will be doing more. It's just whether it's, you know, 2 or 3 videos a week, or 1 video a week, 1 video a month, I'm not sure at the minute. It'll just be as and when. So I'm trying to keep a lot of the content coming out because it helps with the subscriber base, it helps you see videos and stuff. So, and once you click one of my videos, you are quite likely to click another one of my videos, so it just helps. As I say, that's what's in store for next episode. If you want me to do anything in particular, comment down below this particular episode, because I will, like I say, probably take a little break between this episode and the next one. I'll get a lot of time to see what it is you want me to do. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you again in the future.